politics, and power. We continue with the series of programs looking at politics in its very nature and understanding it for what it is and not for what people want us to think that it is. We will re-examine the definition of politics as we continue to speak on this program as being the ongoing competition between people. That is pretty much what politics is. And we'll apply the practice in life throughout our societies. We know or we are aware that political power is bestowed on a particular regime which wins an elections through candidates taking part in a general electoral process. And we also understand that it always comes down to the people. However, the people represents the institution, and when the institution ascends, the people also ascends. Today we discuss opposition involvement and their ability or inability to effectively compete for political power. In fact, this program posits that opposition parties do not necessarily win elections. Generally, the people decide when it's time for change, and the people seek an alternative regime to the incumbent one. However, there are a number of things that can happen to expedite that process. One, opposition parties must so position themselves so that the people see them as a right and crucial alternative. Two, the incumbent must push the people aside far enough away from their ideals and their base to cause them to want to change that particular incumbent. And three, the enabling environment must be right to work for and on behalf of the people's desire, either for change or for continuance. This means that the electoral process must be fair and free from fear. It should be adequately reformed to suit the time in history, and it should be all encompassing. Now, these are the basic standards. However, in electoral processes, there are machineries in place to sort of tweak or manipulate or enhance or to create some sort of appeal to the nation so that people would gravitate towards a particular party platform or message or image or desire or plans for the people. This can be a little tricky because, especially in modern times, there are cutting-edge principles and techniques which parties purchase or employ to help them further their cause. For messaging, for canvassing, for sharper focus on issues, and different means and mechanisms to channel particular parties or institutions towards power. Now, this is where things get very intricate, very scientific, very thorough, and very strategic. So it would be safe to assume that the best strategic movement would most likely win a general election. This is not always the case, of course, because there is so much to be said on that particular topic. But in this program, we are just presenting the information to you in a way that you understand the mechanism, what goes on behind the quest for power. So, of course, this program won't inform you on all the intricacies, but we pretty much highlight the facets and the areas that goes towards winning elections. On this particular program, we said that opposition parties throughout the world are greatly disadvantaged, as incumbent parties who have been in power for long and those who have enjoyed power for a number of years have all the leverage and the advantages to win elections. And as such, it only comes down to the people to decide when they change a regime or not. And when the people say it is time, it is time. And it is the people who will determine the alternative or alternatives. Politics and power.